think is a very clinically compelling and practice-changing study in Waldenstrom's macroglobulinemia. The study is called the INNOVATE trial, or PCYC 1127, as we like to say internally. It's one of the largest clinical efforts in terms of understanding how patients may be treated in Waldenstrom's macroglobulinemia. And it's a really strong data set. The initial approval of Imbruvica in Waldenstrom's occurred on a single-arm study without a controlled comparison, and that led to an approval for Waldenstrom's patients, in the United States and also other regions globally. The INNOVATE study, though, randomized patients in a one-to-one fashion to receive either Ibrutinib on top of rituximab or rituximab with placebo. Given rituximab as a single agent has been commonly used to treat Waldenstrom's macroglobulinemia for many years, it was an appropriate standard of care, but we wanted to see if we could improve upon the data for single agent rituximab alone by adding Imbruvica. So we bring a large data set, on top of a standard comparator, randomized against a standard control comparator of rituximab as a single agent. And we look at the broad spectrum of outcomes that are important to both physicians and providers in terms of Waldenstrom's. And that includes looking at the ability to prolong progression-free survival, which was the key primary endpoint. But we also looked at response, including the depth of response in patients. We looked at improvement in hemoglobin, which is an important parameter given anemia is such a common comorbidity in these patients with this malignancy. And we looked at, overall survival, as well as looking at some biomarkers in terms of mutational analysis regarding MYD88, which is a common place where you might see patients not doing as